Hello, everybody. Group one. Speak up. Group one. And my name is Paul. Matt.
He's going to speak up.
Matt, Lomi, Francis, and Alyssa. In our group, we did media representation of Pacific Islanders. And my part of the presentation, I went around and asked students what they thought about the media and how it affects them. One of the first questions I asked is how has the media impacted the identity of Islanders culture? One student said, with any culture, the media influences our thoughts and behavior. The media can make a person feel like they are supposed to act a certain way. The media can also make people resent their own culture or other cultures are judging them. Next question I asked was, have Islanders changed the way they see themselves because of these images? Sorry. Another student said, I'm sure they do, especially when a person comes from a different country, you feel the pressure to assimilate yourself into a new culture. If the media portrays you in a negative way, you might try to fight that image. An example of how Pacific Islanders might change the way they see themselves is the way media makes people think that being blonde or having blue eyes or having long hair makes a person beautiful. Pacific Islanders start to see their own appearance as something negative. The media definitely influence our minds and can control the way we think. Third question I asked was, how does media empower or disempower our community? One student said that the media can work in both a positive and negative way. It can strengthen the community by bringing the people together in support of something. On the other hand, the media can disempower the community by making them feel about their identity or culture. I don't know if y'all get this or not. I'm just reading it. Sorry, just bear with me. For example, hysterically, white people made Pacific Islanders wear clothes because it was more civilized. This disempowered the community by changing who they were and their way of living. And the last question I asked was, do Islanders approve of how they are represented? The last student told me was, in some situations, I think Pacific Islanders can approve of how they are represented. However, generalizing across the culture is always a dangerous thing to do. When the media starts to generalize the stereotype Pacific Islanders do not approve of how they are represented because we are all different. Thank you.
So in my topic, I'm going to explain the negative and the positive on how dance is portrayed in the media. For example, the movie Lilo and Stitch, it portrays hula as just an entertainment, but not really a tradition. And it portrays Polynesian as performance only, but really it portrays a state of how we Polynesians are and how dance is one of the key factors in keeping our culture alive. And I'm pretty sure everybody in here has seen that video Starship by Nicki Minaj. It got guys doing the haka and girls doing the Tahitian dance in bikinis, but that's straight not traditional wear at all.
Are these accurate representations of Pacific Islanders?
No!
No.
If not, then what is?
No.
Here we have imagery. Imagery is a type of science where the criminals, such as Uncle Sam, and they make themselves look like the victim as if they're trying to make themselves look like the hero. As you can see in this photo, Uncle Sam looks like he's scolding those children. Also, if you notice, those children are of color. What does this photo tell you? Uncle Sam believes that he is doing these children a favor by putting them in the presence of a school, making them feel discomfort, scared, and lost. These people and children in this photo do not have a voice. They are unable to voice their opinion. Looking at these children, as you can see, all they know is their native tongue. Next, we have a photo of an eagle hovering Samoa, the Philippines, Puerto Rico, and other places as well. Now, what does this image say to us? The United States is trying to conquer all of these places. Yeah, that's what it looks like. These were once real images. Oh. Due to the media, Pacific Islanders slowly began to think what people advertised was once true.
Hello. Kind of sick. But seriously, I want you guys to try to recall the last few Hollywood hit movies you've watched recently. And like really big movies like war, like you know, movies like the Avengers, Wrath of the Titans, Battleship, Hunger Games. I've noticed there's a clear connection between all of those movies, and I know it's a huge exaggeration, but it's that the world is going to end. Between all of those movies, the connection is the world is going to end. And this is just a huge Hollywood exaggeration of, and it's such an extreme, isn't it? That the world is going to end. I mean, they made a movie about the world ending. And they're capitalizing on our emotions when we watch these movies. They're capitalizing on these movies so they make a profit. And the plot lines of these Hollywood movies is that they're either on really two far extremes of a spectrum. You see, it's either things are going really great, everyone's happy, or no, it's not. You know? Awkward, I know. And this exaggeration hasn't been occurring just now. It's been occurring for as long as we can remember Hollywood has existed. It's been known to blow things out of proportion, and then as a result, some people are misrepresented. And today I want to delve into the issue of how Pacific Islanders are portrayed in Hollywood movies. And as you can see from these images, movies like these have often portrayed Pacific Islanders as really thuggish and gangsters. And again, with the spectrum, you have either Pacific Islanders are just really happy, over enthusiastic, festive, or they're they're seen as criminals, gangsters, and thugs. But there's really nothing in between. Why? And these are just a few examples of movies that might have this portrayal. And all these movies delve into of how the troubling repercussions of the colonization of Polynesians. Like Once Were Warriors. I don't know if I can pronounce those. So Flying Fox and a Freedom Tree. And the last thing I want to say is that Hollywood has portrayed Pacific Islanders from both ends of the spectrum, as this is like the third time I've mentioned it. But you have both two extremes. They're either too happy, like it's really weird to see them smiling all the time, and they're just like dancing, or they're seen as like committing crimes and felonies. But what we can really hope that someday Hollywood will achieve is that maybe Pacific Islanders will be portrayed as what they really are. Regular people, humans.
What I wanted to focus on was the controlling the way that we allow media to affect our lives. And listed a couple of the dangers behind media misrepresentation. One that future generations consuming these representations as the culture, and two, widely accepted misrepresentations could lead to self-hate / internal racism. So I asked myself the question, how do we avoid misrepresentation?